Ian Cooper wants to know about any news on an O4 air unit. I think you're joking. They just released the O3. It's not going to be another year till they release the next whatever it is. What he really wants to know is how exciting is the future of FPV with the way things are going? What excites you the most? Well, the future of FPV, the regulatory environment means that the future of FPV is not as exciting as I wish it was. Because there are too many people who look at the laws and regulations around flying drones in general, flying RC aircraft in general, and say, I don't like this. I'm not going to get into this hobby. I think that like, I don't, on some level, I'm like, come on, guys. Nobody's following the rules anyway. Just have a good time. But I don't say that because that would be irresponsible and unprofessional. And unrealistic. Some people prefer to actually follow the rules, even if the rules are stupid and no one's enforcing them. Somewhere the FAA is, we're going to start enforcing them. We're coming after you first. Okay. So that's really unfortunate. And it's unfortunate because it is not that difficult to comply with the rules. It's a little annoying. And for people who know how easy it used to be when there were no rules, it's particularly annoying. But nevertheless, the real effect is that people are turned off, and that's a shame. I think that it is likely to only get harder to fly legally. I think that, yeah. And that's too bad because the things that are happening FPV are really exciting and really fun. What excites me the most about the future of FPV? I think what excites me the most is seeing the new ways that FPV is making it possible to do things that weren't possible before. Like, FPV cinelifters is an example of an evolution in drone technology, in videography and filmography technology that is making it possible to get, cinema shots that weren't possible before, creating a new visual language for communicating with a viewer about what's happening on screen, opening up new creative possibilities, and it's really exciting. To see, especially exciting to see people I know getting hired to be pilots. And to see that stuff make its way out into the world. And it's only going to, keep happening. I think I liken it to when Steadicam became a thing. And, for kids these days who don't know what a Steadicam is, it's kind of like a gimbal. But before gimbals were a thing. So a Steadicam is a rig that you wear around your shoulders and waist, and it's spring-loaded with weights so that in the same way that electronic image stabilization stabilizes the image, it stabilizes the image with physics. And Steadicams really changed the way people could film. The idea that you could handhold a shot and walk with the shot while moving around your actors and not get just a really stupid, shaky handheld shot. Like directors of photography were like, oh, there are all these interesting shots we can do now that we couldn't do before. It used to be that if you wanted a long shot, you would set up track. And you would have the camera on a track, and the camera would roll back through the track. And that was the only way you could get a good shot. But now you could have this Steadicam shot, right? Okay. Well, nowadays, I'm sure people still use Steadicams, but there are other technologies. There's gimbals. There's electronic image stabilization. There's all kinds of other ways to accomplish these shots. And now we have drones, FPV drones coming onto the scene, making new kinds of shots possible. It's really exciting. And I don't just mean in the cinema world. I mean in all the different ways that FPV is changing the way that people can express themselves and create interesting content.